Rock bottom on the track, boy.
What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for tuning into the Mind of a Man show, where men and women talk all things men. I am James Bush. I am your manversationist. It's crazy right now because the fact is the Cowboys just lost. But anyway, we got a special guest today. I've been looking to get this guy on for about 2 or 3 years now. Mr. Ron Johnson. Ron, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I'm really grateful.
Ron, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, I'm Ron Johnson. I am from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm the fifth of 10 boys. I came here in 1982 to play football for Tennessee State University. Played 5 years and left and gave it my little shot there with the Atlanta Falcons. And back here in Nashville, been doing this working with young people since 1985. Kind of off and on. So for about 30 plus years, I've been working with young people and young adults who find themselves on the opposite side of law. So that's me.
Basically, ladies and gentlemen, Google him. So we're going to get into his newfound position. Well, actually, he's been there for maybe about a year or so. I mean, it's very dope. It was created. Also, we're going to talk about some of the things that he's seen when he's out in the field. But first, it's game time. Game time. So we're going to do 5 questions, Ron. 5 questions on stuff you may or may not know. You get all 5 right, you get Mind of a Man show swag. If not, my brother, I love you, but I'm going to be a little bit abrasive to you for the remainder of the show. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get into it.
Let's
okay.
Get it.
Question number 1. And you're a country boy, so I know you know this one.
Let's go.
What is the correct name for a virgin cow?
A mare. A sow.
No.
Hold on.
No. It is a heifer.
A heifer. Oh, God. Yes. Dang.
No swag for you.
Oh, my God.
Question number 2.
That's bad.
Keep moving. We're going to go.
That's so bad.
In which continent would you find the Amazon River?
Africa. The Amazon?
The Amazon River. Ron?
Oh, in what continent?
Yes. In which continent would you find the Amazon River?
That's a long Amazon River. Oh, my God. Okay.
All right, my brother. It's South America.
South America.
South America.
The Amazon. That's here.
That's
cool.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's right. Question number 3.
Okay.
Who was the Egyptian god of the afterlife?
I ain't gonna even try to guess at that. I have no idea who that was, so I don't know. I'm gonna just say that. I don't know.
Okay. It is Osiris.
Okay.
It's Osiris.
Okay.
That's all right, my
Osiris,
brother.
Afterlife, Osiris.
I know you know this next one. This next one, I know you know it.
Okay.
We got this one.
Oh, boy.
Question number 4. What does MRI stand for?
Oh, my God.
You
I'm
know
gonna
this.
have an
Ron,
MRI.
You know this.
I'm blanking.
Okay. All right.
I know it's medical,
Okay.
and I know it's deeper than the bone. It's not an X-ray.
No, it's not X-ray.
So an MRI is
Magnetic.
magnetic impulse.
No.
Magnetic.
No. It ain't no.
MR magnetic radiation.
No, it ain't no radiation.
MRI. Go ahead. You got
It's
it.
magnetic resonance imaging.
See there?
MRI.
There it is,
That's
y'all.
all right. That's all right.
I go back to school for doctor.
Okay. I know you're gonna get this one. I know you're gonna get this
It's
one.
called setup.
I know you're gonna.
Setup.
Question number 5. He gonna get this, ladies and gentlemen. Tell my audience, when did Ron Johnson come to Nashville, Tennessee to play for the TSU Tigers?
Yes, like I just said, 1982 when I touched down, and we scored many touchdowns after that.
All right.
That's when it went down.
All right.
40 years ago, y'all.
40 years ago. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Me and Ron got some talking to do. Mind of a Man Show. And we're back with Mind of a Man Show. So now it's time for us to get in the gauntlet. So Ron, in 2021, you became Nashville, Tennessee's first community safety coordinator. I want you to tell my audience, what is it exactly that you do?
So what I became was the community safety coordinator. But since then, some things have changed. But let me tell you what the original intent was.
Okay.
In being named the community safety coordinator, I was brought in to find ways to make our community safer. The idea that I had behind when I got appointed to this job was, how do you do that? How will I do that? And one of the first things that came to mind was my travels to Africa and seeing how the village worked. You know, in the village in Africa, they took care of one another. The elders ate first, and the young people made sure that the elders had what they need before anything would get started or done. They would have permission from the elders. And I brought that same concept to the mayor's office and said, here's how I think we can attack or address some of the violence or some of the things that are happening that are not allowing our communities to be safe. And in doing so, we enlisted the Center for Nonprofit, which they had just hired a young lady named Dawn Stone. Her and I got together, and I said, look, I want us to create a village. I said, in doing so, what we want to do is we want to create the village, prepare the village, and grow the village up. We started out with about 22 small grassroots nonprofits, where we had we had little funds to give to them, but it was just seeds, because seeds do what? They die, go in the ground, germinate, and grow. That's exactly what we did. And from there, and since then, up to this day, we have over 600 plus small grassroots nonprofits that's a part of our village in the city of Nashville. No other city in America has anything like that. But we still got a whole lot of work to do. We're still building them up. We're still preparing them to help them scale. But the most important thing that we're doing is giving them the tools that they need and some of the resources, financial resources, audits and different things that they would normally not be able to pay for, because it costs $8,000 to $12,000 to $15,000 for an audit. So you're talking about a small grassroots organization that may be just operating off $15,000. But nevertheless, what I've been able to do in just 1 year's time is bring all of those people who used to operate in some state, maybe almost like crabs in a bucket. Not because they had to or wanted to. It was just, it seems that way, that everyone was against them. But what has happened lately is these guys realize that we're so much powerful and stronger together. And that's what we've been doing. We've been growing our strength and numbers and knowing without a doubt that our power lies in the numbers that we have and the togetherness that we have. With that 600 or 700 people, we touch about 60 to 80,000 people in this city. So imagine the principle of that and the possibilities of what could happen. So we're still growing it, though.
Man, there was a local publication that you were on that interviewed you, and there was a quote that I want to read that you said. It said, the thing that needs to be tackled is listening, going into the community and not saying that I have the answers or I have what you need, but I'm here to listen to you, what you need. Is that the missing ingredient? Is that what our community needs, Ron?
Absolutely. I mean, when you think about it, how I know what you want if I ain't listening to what you need or listen to what you have to say? That's the only way I'm going to know what you want.
Yeah.
I need to listen. And listening means intentional listening.
Right.
With intent, meaning that when I get to listen, I find a way to try and make what you said or what you asked for or what you need into some of the action things that we do to help the process. Now, it's not a snapping of a finger because it was not overnight, but the facts are is that you have someone that's from the government that's in here listening and having a conversation with you, but doing more listening than they are talking.
How has the community received you thus far?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. They know me, so I'm not a stranger. I mean, and that's the great thing about doing this work for as many years as I've done it, is that, you know, I have a relationship with so many amazing people who've been doing this work for so many amazing years. But what they have allowed with me is that they've allowed me to re-enter the community from a different position.
Right.
In other words, I represent them when I sit at these tables.
Nice.
That means a lot to them. They trust that process because I brought the information back to them, and I've listened to say, what do you guys want me to do with some of the things that I know that you need? What do you want me to do with some of the information that I'm taking back to them? That's what I've been doing, taking it back. And we've been making a few things happen, but just stay tuned. Don't change the channel, stay tuned.
Well, we definitely appreciate you, brother. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you. Mind of a Man Show. And we're back with Mind of a Man Show. So Ron, before we get out of here, it's like I know that there's a stirring in your spirit.
Yes, it is.
I know you got something. What do you want to share with my audience before you go?
You know, one of the things that I would really like for everyone to know more than anything that I do is we fight and wrestle so much. We take on things. You know, there's a war that's raging, and there's a big war. But we got to pick and choose our battles in that war wisely, because the enemy is the enemy. It's the fight that we fight the most, but most of the time we lose because we don't identify who the enemy is. Right. And most of the time it's us fighting against ourselves. More importantly, we don't need to keep fighting against each other. We can win. And I find in my head, I hear this song, no matter what, we can win, but we can win by doing it together.
That's true.
The power in whatever we want to do is in the fist, not in the hand. In the fist, this is where we'll be able to make the greatest impact, the biggest impression, the longest lasting, thing that will happen for what it is we want to do. This is what we're doing right now.
Right.
In a small way, but in a way to where if you go and look at some of the things that we've done just in this last year, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
But I can say to me, I always say, but we ain't done anything yet.
Right.
Wait till they get a load to what's happening, what's about to happen. Because the wheels of government, we know it moves pretty slow.
Yeah.
And most things, when you want to try and get them done, they move pretty slow.
That's true.
But what has to happen is you have to be patient. When you pray for patience, watch out. You might get it.
That's true.
Because you may run into a situation where you have to be patient.
Right.
But patience is a virtue. It adds to the years of your life. Stress don't do nothing but take things away. I want to make sure that whatever it is that you need, however we can help, in whatever way we can help. And these are my little sayings. Is how can I help you help you?
Yeah.
Because I can't do nothing for you. But if I can help you, count me in.
That's right.
Because that tells me that you're ready to do the work, and all I got to do is try and provide you with whatever you need, or as much as I possibly can, the things that you need. And it's going to be hard for you not to succeed having the things that you need. Everybody's always saying, man, I need this, I need that. What if you had them? Then what? That's a scary thing.
Yeah, I think it comes to the level of accountability. And that's something that many of us we're lacking in this day and age. So because we're looking for other individuals to do for us what we can ultimately do for ourselves. If we're ever going to get this thing turned around, each person must ask themselves, what can I do in this process? What have I not done? Where do I need to make my biggest impact? Who do I have influence over? And sometimes your influence may not be just but your own block. That's cool, because there's a lot that can be done. If I tell people all the time, strong individuals bring strong families bring strong communities build strong regions build the voting power that gets a lot of this stuff changed. Right. But until we take the accountability, which is over us initially, we will not see the change that we desire.
Being accountable is very, very, very important. When you look into that mirror, what does Michael Jackson say on this song? I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
That's right.
I'm asking him to change his ways. And what did Mahatma Gandhi say? Be the change that you want to see.
That's right.
The most important things and elements in life as a man, as I see, is if I want something done, I need to be the example of how it gets done.
Yeah.
So being elevated or being assigned to the position that I've been assigned to for such a time as this, I got to be the example to the rule.
Exactly.
There's been a number of people who've been in this position, but it ain't been me.
Yeah.
So therefore, I always say, where do you get a load of what I've been given?
Yeah.
I think been downloaded. Because I'm still downloading things. And as these things are being downloaded, wait till you see some of the results of some of the things. We've already got 700 plus people, 600 plus organizations that's a part of this group. That's touching 60 plus thousand people in our city. I don't think you could probably Google and find another collaborative organization that's probably making that kind of impact in no city in this country.
And the great thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that he just started.
Straight up.
He just started. That's the wonderful thing about this. We're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be right back. Might Have a Man Show. Sometimes when I get my producers, and then when they go in the car, I'll be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 5, 5. I'm not gonna throw the middle finger in like that, man. I got Pastor Ron with me though. But anyway, let's go like this. Ron, tell my audience where they can find you. How can they get in contact with you?
So, one of the ways is they can reach me at ron.johnson@nashville.gov. You can reach me through email, or you can just simply call me. And this is a number that I always give out. I have had it for over 26 plus years. It's 615-977-2130, and I answer it. I ain't scared of no bill collector because they don't get paid if I don't want to pay them. Simple as that. But that's just real talk. That's my phone number. Y'all can call me, and I will answer. For real.
Oh, man. Well, Ron, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, man, for coming through, man.
having
I
me.
appreciate it. Long time overdue, and God bless. This won't be the last time.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you.
What's burning on the bushes next? It's funny. A lot of people will remark about marriages and relationships today. They'll say, James, people aren't staying as long as they used to. My grandmother stayed in a marriage for 50 years. My grandfather stayed in 60 years, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. However, today, the average marriage lasts maybe 7 to 8 years, according to research. So what does it all mean? Does it mean that the previous generation had more staying power? I don't know. I can't answer that. But what I will say is that they had challenges just like we do. And all I'm here right now on this Burning on the Bush is to add context as well. If you're in a relationship and you went through potentially slavery, civil rights era, Jim Crow, suffrage, crack epidemic, et cetera, where were you really going? We bonded together. We found ways to make it work. Was it perfect? No. But there were bigger things going on than sometimes just the situations we had within that household. Does it make sense? Hope it does. Take care.